Everything you did, everything you sacrificed, it was worth it. For this.
My powers, they're draining.
Fuck it!
And I didn't even have to turn into a mind flare. Sorry,
And rightly so. You are better now than you have it.
This wouldn't have been possible without you. We'd all be the thralls of that thing or worse. Instead, we're free.
The Githyanki are departing in peace. Curious sight in a day already full of them. Speaking of Githyanki, what about you, Lae'zel? Will you be joining them?
The Netherbrain is dead. To slay a Ghaik was my sworn duty. I must call out to Tunorath. My ascension's at hand. We have thwarted the grand design. My loyalty is beyond question. Silence now. Vlaakith but
You quiver in spite of yourself. Lae'zel shouts.
a red dragon to carry me to Tunorath.
You look on as Lae'zel soars to an uncertain fate. With the Githyanki gone, there's nothing left but the silence of the city. You, your friends and enemies alike, are ripe for manipulation. And if not manipulation, then consumption. Soon you will not be able to trust yourself at all. You will be a monstrosity beyond redemption. Or not. Perhaps you are unique among illithid kind. Perhaps you will retain enough of who you are to resist your nature. A rogue mind flayer. Like the Emperor, the risk is certainly yours to take. Will you? You have thwarted your fate will be what you make of it. Now, but it seems that Gale's mind...
The crown. It's somewhere in the Chiontha. Perhaps that's the best place for it. Away from the meddling of mortals and Mister alike. It's not exactly the outcome Elminster hoped I would achieve, but it's the best I could do with the time his charm bought for me. I feel the faintest pricklings of hunger from the orb already. It will not remain under the sway of his spell forever. Ahead of us, I hope. I've a feeling we've many more adventures to come. But it's a journey I'd rather set out on with a good meal and a rest to my name. And a nightcap wouldn't go amiss.
It seems you found peace with yourself. I'm glad. Just as long as your intentions remain as pure as they are now.
I honestly don't mind what we do once we get to the... Ow! What the... Oh no. Oh God. Well, it was nice when it lasted. Ah! I'm sorry. I have to go.
It seems that's the end of Astarion's love affair with the sun. That'll be hard on him.
We did it, soldier. Engine's finally cooked. Held on just long enough. So, how'd I do? We did. Together. And now it's done. Careful! Hot! Goodbye, son. You can't... I knew. I can't hang on much.
It's over. And it's all because of you. You, who were destined to become a thrall. Thanks to you, you have earned your place amongst the legends of the Sword Coast. You are the saviors.
Well, soldier. Here we are. It worked. My engines calmed down. I shouldn't have let you come here. This isn't going to be easy, you know. Zariel's going to come at us with everything she's got. Gods. Like clockwork. They'll be on us soon. But there's just enough time. Thought I was done with these. But then, there was you. Imps are fast, but careless. Don't let them tire you out, just get rid of them. And don't forget, you asked for this. Better let these fuckers know I'm back. And this time, I'm not alone.
When the invitation came, you were hip-deep in Lemure slime, swarmed by hell wasps, and about to drive the killing blow on a magma claw. Cutting through the dreadful buzz of the wasps and the screams of the damned, a familiar, comforting voice echoed in your mind. Withers, he requested your attendance in Faerun to gather with your friends and allies, those who stood against the Absolute at your side. A reprieve from the Blood War. A few hours of respite with the stars above and good company to cheer you. Karlach's heart can take the strain of leaving Avernus for a few short hours, but it might burst with joy to see those friends again.
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. Though thou wert drawn far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute, tonight, fate renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take care to preserve it. It is a great weapon wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once more.
All my favorite people in one place. All my favorite ones.
Now, there's a face I know well indeed.
Gods. Oh, I didn't mean... How about... You look positively perfect. But damn it all, you were too bold a soul to be slinking in shadows, tentacles or not. Your sacrifice, the hunt, I don't suppose you'd indulge me. Yes, but you want to hear about the Stegosaurus that bullied Candlekeep, the impossible lich, or the young dragon who crawled out of deep ink. Wizards have a penchant for unusual pets. The wizard in question was called Riley. Did you know it takes young Riley, Stegos, the grab? I plunged a blade into the left eye. I won't lie. So, now, the Blade of Frontiers is a ranger. Go on, always to...
Oh, you made it! Well, I wasn't sure our withered old friend could live up to his promise. And look at you, straight from the hells, still reeking of brimstone. I take it you've been having fun. Yes, the right person can make just about anything bearable. And it seems like you found exactly the right person. Cheeky. I've been very well behaved, thank you. I've taken a turn as an adventurer and hero. It turns out no one actually cares about murder, as long as you murder the right people. And apparently I'm rather good at it. Yes, but you say all sorts of things. Honestly, I don't even listen half the time. It has made for a nice change, though. Inspiring hope in people, instead of terror. Well, I do try to inspire a little terror. I'm still me, after all. I did at first, but then I realized these shadows, this darkness, it's all a part of me. I spent too long defined by what other people did to me, the choices other people made for me. But that's over now. This is who I am, in all my glory. But that being said, I haven't completely given up on returning to the sun. If the opportunity presented itself, well, I wouldn't say no. But until then, I am. We've had quite the journey. From the moment I first threatened you, I knew you were someone special. I will miss our time.
Our skeletal friend will be very pleased to see I found my way here, despite my invitation getting lost in the post. Busy as ever. Better that than the reverse, wouldn't you say? Every major publishing house on the Sword Coast has been vying for my upcoming book. I've gotten quite good at replicating your signature, so you needn't even bother with the release. You might help me with the title, though. I'm considering The Hero and Me. What do you think? Oh, terribly sorry, but you mistake me, my friend. I'm only accepting, perhaps, one... Ah, you're so... But you must...
Dirt. But there is something about this spot.
Ah, there you are. Well, well. Professor Gale Decarius of Blackstaff Academy. Educator of the esteemed School of Illusion. I think it makes perfect sense. Who better to...
Don't remind me of those terrible times, Mr. Decarios. My blood pressure has only just...
I fear my students find me somewhat intimidating, or the fear of mystery. I surrendered the crown of Carsus to her, as I told you I would. And in return, she cured... Of course, I spend most of my time trying to convince them how much fun the study of magic can be. Smiling may no longer come easy to you, but I've seen how your tentacles twitch at my jokes. Even the ones I'm not entirely certain I was trying to make. Still, I hoped my students might be a little more open to the playful side of such magic. Oh, they try their best, of course, when they can manage to stay awake.
The cheek of them! Nothing a well-placed swipe from Tara can't fix, though.
And what of you? What are you making of this newfound lease of life we earned? I almost feel sorry for the devils in your path. I mean, I don't, of course. I've told my students plenty of tales about our escapades. You're something of a hero to them. I'll be delighted to introduce you to my current cohort as a guest lecturer, perhaps. I'm sure they'll have plenty of questions. Never fear. My students are as open-minded and generous a bunch. Of course, you'll be most welcome to stay with me in my town. My apologies, Tara. It will give us plenty of time to... I'm very curious to know what you've been up to. So, in this...
All this stimulating conversation to speak is not enough. You wish to you would save his temporal lobe for last. Language, learning, memory. He must have quite the fine example. This, and besides, this brain, it is a wonderful... A familiar sight. Scratch can't quite speak around the thing he has in his mouth.
I found this. It smelled like you, so I kept it. Seemed like something you might like to throw. Oh, I've got a nice home in the city now. A girl named Mindy says I'm her best friend. She's mine too. Also you and Albert, I certainly have. And I always will. Forever, I think. You know best. But a little fetch never hurt anyone. Oh, boy! Is it lovely to sniff you again? You always know just how to do it. Do you even have to ask? I certainly have, and I always will. Oh, boy! I certainly have, and I always will.
New days, old friends. There's no greater joy.
Commander Zula won't know where the... Oh! Rest up, soldier. My tin can will be all right for the night. And you and me will get to sleep... You don't need to ask. She's got a knight in her, I think. Any trouble and I'll toddle back off to hell quick as you please. Here, here. Enjoy it, soldier. You've earned... Oh, hey, before you go, I've been thinking about those... Zariel's probably got a load of Cambions guarding that forge. I'm sure she knows I'll want in. She'll do anything to stop... I might have an in with one of the guards, though. You may remember my old friend Flo.
Oh, hello. Let me guess, you've got some suggestions about the You have no idea who I am, do you? I thought Withers might have set the stage a little. I owe him a favor. I thought honoring the worthy was a fair price to pay for Withers to pull me out of the fugue plane. Alas, one purgatory to another. Language before I was banished to the fugue.
Musical prayers were once offered to men.
I'm washed up, I'm afraid. You. Finally! The scribe picks an adventurer of substance. Your wish is my... etc. What song do you want? Fantastic.
This seems pretty red, but... no, not even close.
One place. Not to mention...
And now, she is gone. She has ascended. It is as she wished. Hast thou e'er pondered? For many of the Gith, it can be measured. Perhaps. Vlaakith's hunger has... But Lae'zel was, perhaps. I know not where Lae'zel of Kalir is. I cannot sense her presence. Perhaps that... Know this. If she had fallen in battle, she would never have known regret. If she'd been killed in her duty, she would have... If Vlaakith claimed her, it was Lae'zel's honor. What indeed? Hear me, thou hero. Thou sleep until we meet again. I wish thee every possible fortune. There thou art. Didst truly believe thou soughtst to bolster thy strength by taking away the souls of mortals. Didst think the gods thou may be, the supplication of bay, the whimper, the death mew, felled by I overest vermin?
Now, we could do it, you know. We could rule the world.
Skaketh! What do you think you're doing?
Together.